What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another top 10. Today we're going to be looking at the top 10 games at E3 2016. These are the 10 games that interested me most that were at E3 at a press conference. So let's get into it. Coming in at number 10 is Detroit Become Human. Now this game I have seen for the first time at E3. I don't know if it was announced at E3 or not, but that was when I first saw it, and it looks like a fairly interesting game. From what I can tell, you are playing as an android, and I guess androids are kind of serving people. They're they're kind of helping out humans, and kind of like in a lot of robot-y type films, one of them has gone evil, and it's going to, I believe, I don't know, shoot this child or something. It's like on the edge of a building, and you have to stop him from doing it. It looks like a decision-based game, kind of like Life is Strange and the Telltale games, and I'm interested to see how this one is going to turn out. Probably won't pick it up because there's a lot of games that I want this year. However, it'll be interesting to see a walkthrough of this game, and it should be quite interesting. Coming in at number 9 is Days Gone. This looks kind of to me like a survival-esque game, kind of like The Last of Us. It has that sort of look about it, however not really post-apocalyptic, kind of just like the world, there's been a war, and the area is kind of a bit destroyed, kind of like it would be after a war, like all the aftermath and stuff. And it looks quite interesting. Like I said, looks like a survival game. From what I can tell from this, first time I've seen it at E3 2016, and I believe it was announced at E3. It looks to me like it's a guy, he had a girlfriend or a wife or whatever, kind of goes over it a little bit at the end, talking about her. They were really good together and stuff like that, and then some war broke out. I think she might have died, or maybe he thinks she's died, and there's a plot twist where she isn't dead or something like that. And yeah, it just looks like a survival game to me, and looks quite interesting. Coming at number 8 is the Skyrim Special Edition. Now this one's a bit interesting really. It's basically Skyrim, but it's been remastered for next gen, so instead of just being on PC, PS3, Xbox 360, it's now going to be on the PS4 and the Xbox One as well. Now I like Skyrim. I played Skyrim on the PS3, didn't finish it personally. I kind of come back to it every once in a while, but it's one of them games that's quite big, and I kind of just play it on and off randomly. The main thing that interests me about this one is that you can have mods on the PS4 and Xbox One version, which I think is awesome. Having mods on a console version of Skyrim will be pretty awesome. Once again, I probably won't pick it up, however I think it's going to be quite interesting, and a lot of people will enjoy it. If you don't have a good enough PC to run Skyrim, now you can run it on your next gen console, or current gen console I suppose. At number 7 is Ghost Recon Wildlands. Now this one, there's been a few Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon games. I think there's been a couple now, and I've wanted to check them out. However, I've kind of been dying off first-person shooters a little bit lately. However, I don't know if Ghost Recon is a first-person shooter. It may even be a third-person shooter. I'm not sure. But we got a trailer for it at E3 2016. I think we may have even got some gameplay in. I believe it was in third person. It's one of them games that, I've kind of wanted to check out the Ghost Recon series. This one looks quite interesting. I kind of saw it at the last second while looking through what trailers there were and gameplays there were at E3. I saw it and I was like, you know what, I'll include it on the list because it might be interesting. Maybe I'll check it out. I'm not sure, however I think it should be interesting, and it'd be nice to see how it does. Just how it does really. And number 6 is Titanfall 2. So here we have another first-person shooter. This may be the first-person shooter if Ghost Recon isn't. Skyrim's first-person. It's not really a shooter, so there you go. Titanfall 2. Now Titanfall 1, I believe, was only on Xbox and PC, I think. Titanfall 2, however, is apparently going to also be on PlayStation 4. So that is the main reason why I put this on this list. If it was just on Xbox, I probably wouldn't have been that bothered. However, I wanted to play the first Titanfall, but it wasn't on PlayStation. So maybe I'll check this one out. I don't know if I'll buy it, depending on whether friends do and whether it gets good reviews and stuff. I may check it out. But yeah, Titanfall 2 should be interesting, and it would be nice. It would be nice to have it on PS4. Coming in at number 5 is Horizon Zero Dawn. So if you watched my E3 2015 video last year, you would have seen that this was in that list. I believe it was number 7 last year. I think it got announced last year, not 100% sure, but I first heard about it last year, and it was back at E3 this year. This is a game, probably the first game on the list that I'm fairly sure I will get. It looks quite interesting. Basically, you're these kind of people that look like they're at a time where you wouldn't have crazy technology and stuff, but there are robot dinosaurs walking around, and you've got pretty advanced weapons. I think it just looks like it's a really good concept. I think it'll work quite well. I'm interested to see how it will do. I'm not 100% sure. Is it a story-based game? Is there multiplayer to it? I'm not sure. However, I think it will be a lot of fun, and I will probably check this one out when it comes out. I believe March next year.
This machine, it looks ancient. Where did it come from?
At number 4 is Watch Dogs 2. Now this is a bit of a hard one. Watch Dogs 1 had quite a bit of hype to it. When it came out, it wasn't amazing. To be fair, a lot of people were comparing it to GTA 5, which was amazing, and Watch Dogs just wasn't. Now Watch Dogs 2 has been announced, and to be honest, I think it looks better than Watch Dogs 1. I don't know, just the look of it, the trailer and everything, really cool. To me, it depends, is the story going to be great? Watch Dogs 1 story was not amazing, and also the driving physics in Watch Dogs 1, oh my god, that was something else. But if the driving's better in Watch Dogs 2, and the story is okay, maybe it'll be a good game, maybe I'll pick it up. Not 100% sure, but I'm interested to see how it will go. Kicking off the top 3 is Battlefield 1, a game that ever since it was announced a month or so ago, or whenever it was, I've been interested in. The Battlefield series is pretty awesome. I played Battlefield 3 and I really enjoyed that game. I wasn't great at it, however I did quite enjoy it. It was something a bit different to COD at the time, which I played quite a lot back then. Battlefield 4 came out. I was going to get it, but for some reason I never ended up getting it. Hardline came out, and apparently it wasn't fantastic. However, Battlefield 1 looks really awesome. It's set in World War I, and just the planes and the the tanks and everything, it just looks really awesome. It's nice that we're going to have a first-person shooter that isn't so futuristic. It's just something a little bit different. I'm interested to see how it turns out. The only thing is, not so happy about the name. Battlefield 1, I think, is probably the stupidest name they could have come up with. In second place is Forza Horizon 3. I bet a lot of you people weren't exactly expecting this one to be on the list, because it's an Xbox exclusive, to be fair. I believe it's going to be on PC as well, but yeah, mainly Xbox, not on PlayStation. This game, honestly, from looking at the trailer, looks absolutely amazing. It's set in Australia, which is pretty cool because I live in Australia, so having a game set here is really awesome. There are not many games at all that are set in Australia with an open world, so that is one thing that looks really awesome. Just the cars, the graphics and everything looks really good, and it's really making me want to get an Xbox One. I think I may get one when this game comes out, because I really want to check it out. It should be really awesome. Honestly, I was thinking about putting this at the top of my list, however I did slightly put it down because I don't currently have an Xbox One. And at the number 1 spot is Gran Turismo Sport. This is a game that I am quite looking forward to. I believe there are not many cars in the game. I'm not 100% sure, but it may even be less than 200. And a lot of people are like, there's less cars. You know, Gran Turismo 6 had like over 1,000 cars. But you know what? I don't care that there's that little cars, because hopefully, and I definitely mean hopefully, because if there isn't, I'm going to be very annoyed. There are no cars with simplified interiors, because that would just not be great. And you know, the game just looks amazing. The photo mode and everything looks absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to play Gran Turismo Sport. I think it's going to be good. It may not be quite as good as GT6, I don't know. I'm also looking forward to GT7, Gran Turismo 7, because that's kind of the main game in the series. But while we wait for that, I think this one will be pretty awesome to play. Well, that is it for this top 10 games at E3 2016 video. If you guys have any other games that were announced or just had trailers and gameplay and stuff at E3, please tell me down below what your favorites were. What is your top 10 or your top 3 or 5 or whatever? What games that didn't get announced on this list would be on your list, because I'd like to figure that out, see what other people are interested in. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. If you enjoyed, please go ahead, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.